Kyrie Irving's comments were just the tip of the iceberg. One comment not only challenged a basic scientific belief, but forced the NBA commissioner to step in. What started as a seemingly offhand remark spiraled into a league-wide controversy, sparking outrage from scientists, fans, and league officials alike. Was Kyrie testing the limits of his influence, or was it an uncalculated slip that changed everything? Today we break down how one comment turned Kyrie into the NBA's most polarizing figure, exposing the massive influence of NBA stars and left consequences no one could have predicted. Smash like and stay tuned to see how Kyrie's words came back to haunt him, because in this league, every statement always comes with a price. Chapter 1. Kyrie's Flat Earth Revelation. Irving is the kind of player you'd trust with the game on the line. Calm under pressure, a master of clutch moments, but would you trust him to teach a science class? Probably not, especially after the shocking claim he made to his Cleveland Cavalier teammates Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye during an episode of Road Trippin' with RJ and Channing. The entire Flat Earth saga began back in February 2017 when Irving casually brought up whether the Earth is flat on the podcast just before All-Star Weekend in New Orleans. But what started as a lighthearted discussion about aliens took a sharp turn when Irving boldly declared the Earth is flat. And this wasn't some offhand joke. He doubled down, repeating it 3 times as if to try to drill the idea into everyone's minds. Jefferson and Frye were stunned. After all, the overwhelming consensus among scientists and, well, basic physics proves that the Earth is round. But Kyrie wasn't interested in that. To him, the real issue wasn't just the shape of the planet, it was the deeper question of control. History has so many holes, so many pockets, he argued. He suggested that people have been conditioned to accept certain truths without questioning them, making them blind to the real information hidden in plain sight. All these things they keep giving us, the information used to put me in fear, but now I realize how much more is out there. It's crazy. If you ask, is the Earth flat or round? You need to research it. The truth is right in front of our faces. They lie to us. The boldness of his statement immediately raised eyebrows. Who exactly was they? Was he talking about the government? Scientists? Is some secret organization manipulating knowledge? Irving refused to give a direct answer, but he insisted that people should be skeptical of everything they're told, especially when it comes to space exploration. Everything they say they send into space, does it really come back? There is no concrete information except what they choose to give us. They direct what we believe and what we don't. The truth is right there, but you have to go searching for it. I've been searching for a while. Irving's belief wasn't just about the Earth's shape, it was part of a larger philosophy. He saw himself as someone who had broken free from the system, someone who no longer accepted mainstream narratives at face value. He believed that true knowledge required questioning everything, even if there were no clear answers. Chapter 2. The Ripple Effect: Science versus Influence. But as you can imagine, his statement sparked a wildfire of online debates and discussions, with many people pointing out that his words weren't just harmless opinions, they were starting to shape the way people, especially young minds, viewed the world, and that's where the real danger lies. Kyrie Irving's controversial stance on the flat Earth theory quickly became fuel for conspiracy theorists who believe this isn't just about one athlete's opinion. Some argued that it was part of a larger agenda, a way to manipulate the masses or even test how easily people can be swayed. And while it might sound far-fetched, the real danger isn't just the theory itself, it's what happens when people start rejecting basic scientific facts altogether. The rise of the Flat Earth movement isn't just an odd belief, it's a direct challenge to critical thinking and scientific understanding. These theories dismiss centuries of research, replacing hard evidence with speculation and distrust. And it doesn't stop with the shape of the Earth. Once people begin questioning something so fundamental, it opens the floodgates to doubting everything. And Kyrie's claims weren't just an issue for scientists, it crept into classrooms too. Susan Yoon, a professor at the University of Pennsylvania's Graduate School of Education, works with future science teachers and warned that debunking the misconceptions spread by these celebrities isn't as simple as showing the truth. In fact, she tells her students that deeply held beliefs, no matter how absurd, can't always be undone with facts alone. Skeptics argue that if logic and reason aren't enough to break through, what does that say about the future of scientific understanding? And more importantly, who benefits from all this confusion? This was exactly the issue for Nick Gurl, a middle school teacher who found himself facing a similar challenge in his own classroom. Gurl's students, who were heavily influenced by Kyrie Irving's flat earth comments, believed the planet was flat. Gurl says that when he tried reasoning with them and showing them educational videos, nothing worked. The more he tried to teach them the truth, the more they accused him of being part of a larger conspiracy. His students didn't just reject science, they rejected him as well. This is just one example of how deeply false beliefs can take root, turning well-established scientific facts into something that feels like a lie. Was this Kyrie's unfiltered belief, or was it an experiment? Chapter 3. Apology or Social Experiment. Of course, fans, analysts, and even scientists were quick to blast Kyrie, questioning how someone so smart and accomplished as him could entertain such a widely debunked theory. The moment ESPN's Arash Markazi told Irving he was trending on Twitter, he didn't back down. When asked about the countless photos of Earth from space proving it's round, Irving gave a chillingly cryptic response. "I've seen a lot of things." To most fans, it seemed like Irving was fully aware of the impact his words had, but it didn't take long for him to issue a public apology. When Irving realized the chaos he'd caused, he put out another statement at a Forbes Under 30 summit, acknowledging that he didn't fully understand the weight of his words at the time. "I didn't realize the effect it would have," he admitted, especially on science teachers who now had to reteach their whole curriculum. But even after apologizing, the damage was done. Some believe this entire controversy wasn't about the shape of the planet at all, but about testing the power of celebrity influence. How far could a star's words go? How easily could the masses be swayed? Irving may have brushed it off as a conversation starter, but the ripple effect was undeniable. His platform gave legitimacy to a theory that directly challenged centuries of scientific discovery, and suddenly a new wave of skepticism took hold. A generation of young fans, many still forming their understanding of the world, started questioning basic facts, not because of evidence, but because a superstar planted the seed of doubt. Whether intentional or not, this wasn't just about one man's beliefs. It was a demonstration of how quickly misinformation can spread when the right person says the wrong thing. What started as a simple remark quickly turned into a major controversy, drawing in even NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Given that he and Irving both attended Duke, Silver couldn't help but take a jab at the situation, implying that they might have had very different academic experiences. Irving later explained that his comments were intended to spark conversation and highlight how quickly stories can blow up in the age of social media. But as the months passed, he doubled down, telling the New York Times that he wasn't entirely convinced the Earth was round. "I do research on both sides," Irving said. "I'm not against anyone that thinks the Earth is round. I'm not against anyone that thinks it's flat. I just love hearing the debate." He later admitted that the whole experience served as a reminder of how powerful words from influential figures can be. "At the time, I was like huge into conspiracies," Irving confessed, "and everybody's been there." And it didn't stop with Irving. Other NBA stars like Shaquille O'Neal, who starred alongside Irving in Uncle Drew, even jumped into the debate, once suggesting that the Earth might be flat too. But when questioned about it, O'Neal quickly backtracked, admitting, "But I was playing." Now the question remains, was Kyrie's belief in the flat Earth theory just an isolated opinion, or was it part of a bigger agenda to manipulate the masses and test the limits of social control? If Kyrie's flat Earth theory shocked you, wait until you see what other NBA stars have said. Hit subscribe to join the journey, and tell us your wildest sports conspiracy theory in the comments. You might just see it in a future episode.